Hey y'all, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Super Bias Sports Show, and we got some heat coming up next. All right, again, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Super Bias Sports Show, where a fan can be a fan no matter how biased their take is, and there's a lot of bias that's probably about to happen here. But needless to say, first, continue prayers for Demar. I guess he's fully breathing on his own now.
Mhm.
He's doing well, and also keep the prayers for T Higgins because he's like the lost man in this right now.
For sure.
He hasn't left the hospital since that night.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that's it. But
yeah.
on to the news again. Welcome back, man. You guys are killing it for us. Y'all are killing it. We appreciate it. But we're about to get right into this business.
Let's do it.
So about a few days ago, my man Tea Time here, as y'all know him, posted something about Joy,
Yes, I
saying
did.
Joy was talking hot garbage, talking about Joy. She didn't know what she was talking about. Joy was pretty much saying, "This is the Cowboys' year. The Cowboys is Super Bowl or bust." That's pretty much what she was saying. And I would say Joy is 100% right.
Of course
For
you.
for the last 10 years, all we've been hearing, it is our year. Every year. When will it actually be you guys' year that you guys own up to as our year? This is one of the best teams y'all have had.
That's
Offensively
debatable.
and defensively.
That's
Maybe not
debatable.
offensively, but y'all got a two-head running back that could cause major issues.
Yeah.
Y'all just like you said, y'all play caller. Sometimes he forget that,
hmm
but I say Joe is right, man. I say Joe is right.
So it's your boy Tea Time. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna keep it 100%. You say she's right, and I say that if she worded what if she went about it differently, then I wouldn't have a problem with some of the stuff that she said. But she's trying to set up this narrative, and it's the Stephen A. effect. The Cowboys are they're ranked number. A couple weeks ago, Stephen A. had us in his top five. I mean, they were they're the best team in the NFL. This and that, and
Mm-hmm.
he's doing this where he's setting up this narrative because they're an accident waiting to happen, and that's what Joy was doing. And she has a point that this is probably our best year. And her point is this: uh, we do have. It's debatable that I say this, but we do have probably the most well-rounded team that we've had in a long time. We do still have holes in our team overall. Coaching, I can call that out. Uh,
Yeah, I agree with that part.
Significant injuries that we've had, I can point those out. But she's going on to say that we don't have an excuse. And I'm like, that's not the case, right? Like, it's one thing to say that the Cowboys are just banged up, and everybody's banged up. That's okay, I get that. But when you have significant injuries, right? Like your first cornerback goes down, now the backup is in. Okay, we're not going to talk about that because it's the next man up. But when the backup goes down, and now you're down to your third string
Whoa,
guy,
whoa, whoa, whoa! That's what happened to the Giants, and I heard the
injuries aren't an excuse.
injuries
Injuries
are
aren't
an
an
excuse.
excuse.
We was down
But
to
the thing
safety
is,
play a
though,
quarterback.
I'm not putting this in there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
responding to Joy's statement.
Mm-hmm.
Joy said they don't have any significant injuries, and that's not true. Like, she's saying that the people that we've lost weren't important. If she never brought up injuries, I would not say injuries because I agree. We say that all the time on this show. Injuries are not an excuse. Injuries are not a reason. So I'm if I'm only, and that's the thing that a lot of people were missing in the comments, mainly, these Eagles fans, Giants fans, different ones. A lot of my Cowboys nation, respect to y'all. Y'all understood what I was referring to. But she's using this as oh, they didn't have any injuries, right? So, but then watch this. Now all you hear from Eagles fans, the only reason why the Cowboys just beat us was because Hurts was out. But I didn't think that Hurts played on the defense. Like I missed that memo where in the NFL they let people play on both sides of the ball.
I'm gonna try to play devil advocate because I don't know how I'm gonna try to do this to defend those dead birds. But
yeah,
I'm thinking, for instance, if Peyton Manning's out when Peyton Manning was in his prime, it affects the defense because then the defense is on the field more than it would normally be because they could move the ball down the field more. But in that game when y'all played them, oh boy was moving the ball too. So there's no
he had over
real
300 yards against us. It was a close
that's what I'm
game.
saying. I could try my best, but
this is the thing that gets me with these Eagles fans is again, like they absolutely defined moving the goalposts because when we played them with our backup quarterback, oh, he's playing better than Dak. Y'all on a winning streak, so y'all don't have an excuse. All of this stuff. But if you looked at it, our offense was like in the bottom half of the league when we had Cooper Rush. Yes, we were winning, but he never went over 200 yards in passing or any of that. Now Dak comes back. We're up. We're scoring 30-plus points a game. We're the number one ranked offense as far as scoring goes. All of this. It's a big difference. So you can't say that this stuff doesn't matter. It's like, oh, well, Cooper Rush came in and you guys only lost one game. And it's like, okay, but we still – like, yeah, we survived it, but
y'all defense is a little bit different.
It was a lot different. But this is the other thing that people are missing. I was having this conversation with somebody, and I said, listen, as a person who actually played the sport, I have an understanding, and I played defense, so I really know how it works, right? When you have what Dallas had in the beginning of the year, you had defensive backs that were locked down.
Hold up.
They were doing their job.
3-4 seconds.
Exactly. That gave more time for our D line to get in and get sacks. But now with our cornerback 2 spot being an open hole, they were attacking Calvin Joseph. With that being an open hole, then obviously they don't have the time to get there. So now the sacks are down and all of that. So, we could go. It's always a conversation to be had. So my thing is Joy was wrong because she didn't word her statement properly, and she also didn't do her research because just that one part of talking about the significant injuries doesn't make sense. Yes, that if like I said, if she doesn't bring injuries up, I don't talk about it. It's not an excuse, but to say that we don't, when we have several people who are on season-ending injuries, it makes sense.
It's because it's not a marquee player name or a household name that is not significant. That's the only thing I could think of with that part. But Joy, I believe she was right. You believe she was semi-right. But then
she was wrong.
I say she was right. She was right. Injuries happen. Next man up. Shoot, the last year, people got injured on the Rams team that was important.
Yeah, and they just kept picking up new people.
Well, that helped too. And that's pretty much what's the name is doing this year. The Eagles. When somebody got hurt,
stop. Just pick up another one. Oh, we got a Dominican Sue. We got this guy. We got this guy. They still signing people. So, but what you got? What did Jerry say this time?
Jerry though? Jerry, the owner, the head of Dallas. I'm gonna play something for y'all real quick, and this is just coming from the horse's mouth himself. And I don't know how else to put it, but I was just now.
So, as being the owner, he's going to say that he's got a lot of money invested in his team. He's going to say that it's now for us, and I don't disagree. This is my reason why I say that it's in Dallas. Yeah, I mean, of course, they're talking about we want to win a Super Bowl. I mean, every organization is saying they want to win. But everywhere though, every team that's going into the playoffs is saying, listen, if things go our way, we could be in the Super Bowl, right? But what people are ignoring is that Philly is right there. San Fran is right there. Like those are teams that are ahead of Dallas. Dallas is not ahead. Like if Dallas was ranked number 1 in the NFC East, if Dallas was sitting in that position of having that first round bye, like if all those things were the case, then I would say yes. You know what?
Y'all might.
Dallas has no excuse, and we could end up there, but unless San Fran really do something stupid against Arizona, at best will be number 2, and then you can still look at that and say, but if Jalen never got hurt, they don't drop 2 games, then it never happened. So there's there's teams that are above Dallas in the rankings, and I don't see how we just say, well, Dallas is just going to bypass them and make it straight to the Super Bowl. That's not realistic. Like we have to go through them. We have to beat them. And we don't know if we can beat Philly right now. As a fan, I'm gonna say, yeah, we can beat them, but realistically, we don't know because it hasn't happened. We've had 2 opportunities and they haven't faced us, we haven't faced them at full capacity. So it's hard to really, make that call. Outside of that, like you still got San Fran. You still have a whole nother thing that Joy was talking about, saying that the Dak Prescott is competent, but everybody else is talking about how Dak is leading the NFL in interceptions since he returned, and he's played 5 less games than everybody else, and he's still got more interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that affect this whole argument that Dallas is a shoe-in for the Super Bowl? That to me doesn't add up.
I would say yes and no on that because interceptions in the season, I don't put as much weight on just because when we won it, I don't want to bring it up, but when we won it the
Talk your
fourth
talk.
year,
Talk your talk.
Eli Manning had 21 touchdowns and 20 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went for a tear in the playoffs. I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
happened. Not that he went for a tear. The defense put him in positions that was easy,
Yeah.
and y'all defense are able to do that. F you guys, but the way people play y'all now, the first 6 games, if you watch film from the first 6 games to
Yeah.
6 games after that,
It's
the
different.
way they play y'all defense is way different. They
But
getting
we
that
also
ball
have
out
we they get it
like
out
that.
quick. And that's where, as much as you, well, injuries, right? But we have significant players out. We have LVE out. We have Hankins out. We lost Brown. We lost right. We lost so many different players that it does make a difference. Like, well, y'all are a great defense. Yeah, we were when we had everybody that was in position. Like saying banged up is one thing. That's saying, okay, well, my shoulder hurts or my knee hurts or my ankle. That's banged up. Injured, like out for the year, torn ACL, torn Achilles, all of this, those are a lot different. And I'm not gonna fall back on there because we very much we still have the important pieces. We still got Diggs, we still got Michael, we still got D Law. We still got the important pieces. Hankins is gonna come back. LV is supposed to come back. Bland is working out at our number 2 spot. So, yeah, as a fan, like I'm if it was me, I'm saying, yeah, like we need to win it right now. Like I want us to, but that's not my expectation of us. I want us to win now because I'm tired of hearing, oh, well, y'all haven't won in 30 years. Oh, y'all haven't. Like I'm tired of hearing that as if it negates all the Super Bowls that we have won, or if it negates, the different things. Like, yeah, our team has not. They have not gave us the results that we were looking for. And I agree. Like we need to, for me, a successful season, this is just me. I'm not cutting no checks. I'm just a fan. This is me. A successful season for me is us being competitive in the playoffs. And that means getting out of the first round and potentially getting out of the second round. That's successful to me because, excuse me, for what I expected of this team in the beginning of the year, it was low expectations because we completely dismantled our
Well,
roster.
yeah, I could understand that one. I could understand that
Mhm.
part, but y'all got some players back.
We did.
Not
It,
y'all picked up some players. Y'all should have
it,
got Von Miller, but
that if we got Vaughn, right? If we picked up Ty a lot earlier on in the year, like so there's just some things that have been just kind of brewing. But it's like, hey, if 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 I'm being real, like yes, I want us to win a Super Bowl. I got spots on the wall ready to put some type of plaque up, Super Bowl champs. Like, yeah. But I'm just not that dude that comes out every year to say, like, Jerry, he could say that. He's a billionaire, whatever. That's his expectation. But me, realistically, like, I just know what we are as a team. And I'm not going to throw that Super Bowl out there. Like, we live in upstate New York. Buffalo Bills fans run around. This is our year. This is our year. This is our year. And they always have this epic collapse that nobody's talking about because it's not the Cowboys. I'm not about to be in that
I was
position.
just about to bring them up because you talk about marquee injuries. He lost Von Miller and Tre'Davious White.
Oh, yeah.
I,
That's true.
and they don't have the people to. Yes, they've been
To
playing
replace him.
okay,
Yeah,
but
that
that
defense
type of
look
level of
different.
players, that
It
defense
looked
is a
different.
little,
It looked
especially since
different.
Von Miller left because
Yeah,
Tre'Davious
yeah,
got hurt early.
yeah. No, you're right.
Mhm,
But then
mhm.
it's like, oh, well, injuries don't matter. They kind of do matter. Like, I mean, think about it. Even on your side, think about it. Like, if y'all didn't have injuries and different things that took place, like, yeah, y'all made it into the playoffs, but imagine like how much more competitive y'all would have been, even just in the division. You know, so it's like, as much as we want to say injuries aren't an excuse, like they kind of are. Like, I'm not gonna hang
Right.
my hat on injuries and say no. That's why we're not going to make it. I don't think injuries is the reason that Dallas is not a Super Bowl contender. I think that it's our coaching staff is a problem, and I also think that we didn't invest in, like, look at James Washington. We brought him in to replace Amari, and he's cut. Like some of that doesn't make sense to me. So but I hold my hat on that. I think that coaching in even in our live, we talked about this. I think that our coaching is going to hold us back because we about to go up against some real coaching staffs, and I just think that Dallas ain't it. Like I I like Mike McCarthy. Like, yeah, he's got us two 12-win seasons in a row. I like that. Dan Quinn, he's still holding it down with the defense, but he's got to readjust some things. I don't like Kellen Moore. I don't. And people are like, well, Kellen Moore's leading us to the highest scoring offense. Cool. I'm sure
I don't
anybody else
understand.
could do that.
He's the coach that if it ain't broke, I'ma break it.
Finally, somebody outside of
He was,
Cowboys fans realizes this.
and I'm a Giants fan, and I'll be watching. I'm like, the whole first half, y'all running
Running.
and dominating,
Yeah.
and then you run 3 times in the second half.
You know why it upsets me this much? In high school, I remember when we're gonna wrap this thing up, but I remember in high school that we had this. I remember I said I started off as a running back when I first got. I was a freshman on JV, right? I started off as a running back. I remember one drive we ran the ball every single play. We got down to the 5-yard line.
Okay,
Our
y'all said so. Y'all
coach,
did a Seattle.
our coach says, you know what? Let's run a quick slant. Intercepted. I said I literally ran I ran and we brought in another, like we ran
Mm-hmm.
all the way downfield for you to turn around and throw the ball. That's Kellen Moore. Like we were obviously we made it down to the goal line, and then boom, turn around, and that's him. So he's going to hold us back. I always revert back to that 3rd and 30. Why were we on 3rd and 30 against the Philadelphia Eagles? Because Kellen Moore decided to call some stupid trick play that has not worked
Or
for us
like the
all
wheel
season.
route, or not wheel route.
No, it was
The flea
a
flicker.
reverse.
Yeah,
It
the
was a
double. Was it a
reverse.
double? Right.
Yes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, it just stopped. It never worked. It may have worked once, and I'm like, and as soon as I saw that it worked, I was like, here we go. He gonna hold on to this. You can't call that stuff in the playoffs. Run the ball. Run the ball. If we stick to the Dallas Cowboy script, then I say, listen, we're gonna beat any team that line up against us. But I'm not confident that that's gonna happen because Kellen Moore is calling plays. So until Kellen Moore is out of there, I don't really got much to say about that.
Well,
You know
guys, you
what?
heard
We
it
just gotta
here.
keep praying.
You heard it here. Joy is right, or Jerry is right.
No, no, y'all
All
didn't.
righty.
Jerry is drunk.
He said
Jerry
it
is
is
drunk.
now.
It's
Okay.
it's it's
He
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 gonna say
put it.
that this year,
He
next
put the
year.
teams together for y'all, but
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
GM and coach. He about to just come and coach. That's
Oh my
Jerry.
god.
But y'all, we appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, man. Y'all show with the love. This is the bonnet.
It's
That's
tea
tea
time. We out.
time. We are out.